I can't help it at this point. I just have to admit to the truth. Devin Haney, the most ducked person in boxing, or at least one of the most ducked. It is what it is. Why am I saying this? Because Oscar De La Hoya said that Devin Haney needs to build his profile before he'll get a shot at Ryan Garcia. Now, that makes absolutely no sense because at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia fought an eliminator match to fight for Devin Haney's belt, and now he's in a second eliminator match to fight for Devin Haney's belt. So how do you have two eliminator matches for the same belt, but yet the guy that you're in the eliminator match to fight, you have to let that guy build his profile? I had to pause because it literally makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And then, it is what it is. I'm not going to say Lomachenko was scared of Devin Haney. I'm not going to say that he absolutely ducked him. But what I will say is he definitely could have fought Devin Haney. When you look at the time from Luke Campbell to Teofimo Lopez, he more than could have fought him. I mean, it was like over a year break with no fights. So you can't tell me he couldn't have fought Devin Haney in between that to stay active. I understand COVID, but fights were still going on. So he definitely could have fought. So again, these are top fighters at lightweight, big names at lightweight, don't want to fight him. You had Teofimo Lopez saying that depending on how he looks against Linares, and then he said he wanted to end his career. But you can't say you want to end his career then say that the fight is contingent on how he looks. That makes absolutely no sense. It's either you want to end his career or you don't want to end his career. It's either it doesn't matter if he looks good or bad, I'm going to fight him, or it's if he looks bad, I'm not going to fight him. So therefore, you don't really want to end his career. Ridiculous. And the thing is, I personally am not the biggest Devin Haney fanboy. Personally, I have not seen enough from Devin Haney for me to say he's the next Floyd Mayweather, like many boxing fans will try to make out that are fans of his. I won't go that far. I think Linares is going to be a good test to see how good or bad he really is. And my verdict is still out. But what's not still out, what I have already made my verdict on, is the fact that he's ducked. Because he is. Because regardless of what he has done, he has positioned himself to be able to fight these other top guys, and none of the other top guys want to fight him for whatever reason. Period. I personally believe Ryan Garcia would beat Devin Haney. But it does no good if I believe it and Ryan doesn't believe it. In fact, I had this conversation with Devin's dad, Bill, over on H Money's channel, right? We had this me and him had this conversation, me and Bill, about how I believe that Ryan would beat his son. And Bill said exactly what I just said. Well, it's good that I believe it, but he doesn't believe Ryan believes it. And that might be the case. Because why aren't you fighting the guy that you had the first title shot at? Your very first title shot. The real WBC belt is right there for your taking, but yet you want to fight in another eliminator versus fighting him. Again, I cannot co-sign that. I cannot fangirl for these fighters. And at the end of the day, with another comment coming out from Oscar De La Hoya today, and in the comments from Teofimo Lopez yesterday, the video I did, I have to admit it. The boy is ducked. He is ducked. For whatever reason, these top fighters do not want to fight him. They do not want to fight him. Maybe they're waiting to see a chink in his armor and then they'll fight him. Maybe they really don't feel that he's a big enough name, which I don't see how, because I believe Devin Haney's making more money than all of them. I think Tio with Triller is making more than Devin for the first time, but Devin, I believe, has been making more money than all the fighters. So, again, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. I need some clarity. Is Devin Haney the most ducked lightweight in all of boxing? Is he one of the most ducked fighters in all of boxing? I'll go that far. Because here's the thing. Whether he wins or loses, whether he looks good or bad against Linares, that is the future and not today. So today, is he one of the most ducked fighters in the entire sport, and especially the most ducked lightweight? Yes or no? Hit up the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, because I'm swaying to the belief that he is. They're just ducking him. They don't want to fight him. You could feel like T.O. can beat him. I don't think T.O. can beat Devin personally. I think Devin, his speed, his outside, I think T.O. would have a lot of problems catching him. I believe Ryan can beat him, but if Ryan won't get in the ring with him, then it doesn't matter what I believe. Because at the end of the day, if you're scared to fight a guy, I shouldn't say scared. If for whatever reason you don't want to fight the guy, then you can never beat that guy. So it doesn't matter what I think if they won't fight him. So, again, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm not going to ramble on for another 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes like I do. But, again, my analysis is I think he's the most ducked fighter in the lightweight division. And if not the most, one of the most ducked fighters in all of boxing. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you made it to the end, because it really helps me out. And when you hit the notification bell, it gets you up to date with all my newest content when I drop it like this. Thank y'all again for watching.